Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Tales by Aunty Femi. I am Aunty Femi, and today's story is titled Why Ijapa Lives in Its Shell. Once upon a time in the kingdom of Aika, the land has seen its best seasons, but now things had changed. A great famine struck, and the animals were in deep distress. Food was scarce, and hunger spread across the land. In desperation, the animals gathered at Kineu's palace to find a solution before starvation claimed them all.
My people, what do you suggest we do to save our land and ensure we don't all perish?
Ajad the white dog stepped forward. Let every household bring whatever food they have to the palace. We will store it in the king's storehouse and share it daily until the rains return and food becomes plentiful again. The animals applauded Ajah's suggestion. It was practical, selfless, and offered hope. Kinua agreed and gave the order.
Everyone should bring their food to the palace.
As the crowd dispersed, Ijapa grumbled to his friend, Eri. Did you hear that tail wagging Aja? Always acting like the smartest one. Kinua didn't even ask for my opinion. He just agreed with Aja and ordered us to hand over our food. Amy chuckled heartily.
He he he. Oh, Ijapa, must you always be this difficult? Aja's idea is brilliant. It might just save us.
Save us? How do you know this isn't a trick between Aja and Kineu to steal our food? I am not bringing anything. In fact, I will surprise you all. With that, Ijapa stormed off. At home, he hatched a cunning plan. Hi, Ijapa, the wisest animal in Aika, will outsmart them all. Let them take their food to the palace. I will keep mine and still eat from theirs. And so, while the other animals brought every last grain to the palace storehouse, Ijapa hid his food in the walls, roof, and corners of his house. Soon the palace storehouse was overflowing. The animals marveled at their collective effort and began to feast together daily. Kinewu praised them.
I am proud of your unity. Eat well, take some home, and share with those who couldn't make it today.
But while the animals took what they needed, Ijapa took more than his share. He stuffed his sack and gorged himself each day. Some animals frowned at his greed, but Ijapa scoffed. What? Do I stop you from eating? Eat what you like and let me eat what I like. One day, after a very heavy feast, Ijapa waddled home with Erin.
I have never eaten so well in my life.
Aja's suggestion truly saved us, said Erin. Oh, must you keep praising that tail wagging Aja? I can't stand hearing his name.
Kai,
You are just jealous. Look at your bloated stomach. You've even eaten too much. If not for Aja, would your belly be this full? Erin said. Enough! I don't want to be your friend anymore. And off Ijapa went, ignoring Erin's call.
The palace feast continued for many days until one day the animals noticed Ijapa was missing. Where is Ijapa? He never misses a meal. Erin, you are his friend. Do you know what happened? That evening, Kinewu, Erin, Aja, and Obo set off to check on him. On their way, they saw a long trail of Ijalo, tiny ants, from a nearby kingdom marching towards Ijapa's home. Look, what are they doing? Obo said. I just sniffled. They are carrying uncooked food, and not from this palace. I just sniffed again. This food smells like it's been hidden for a long time. Let's go and find out what's going on, Kinewu said. They stopped the Ijalo. Who is your leader? The king demands answers. Obo said to the Ijalo. The Ijalo leader stepped forward. We were drawn here by smell of food. Ijapa has stockpiled food we love, hidden all over his house. It is more than enough to feed us and even the Iko for years. The group rushed to Ijapa's house. What they found shocked them. Ijapa was tied to a tree. His house was half destroyed. Ijalo and Ikon swam through the ruins, feasting on everything, even the wood, hay, and mud of the structure. Kineu was furious. What is this madness? And why is Ijapa tied up? Why are you all destroying his home? Your Majesty, the food he stored stepped into the materials of his house. We couldn't resist. Iko answered. We meant no harm, but we're starving too, and Ijapa's greed has become our fortune. Kinewu turned to Ijapa. Is this true? Did you keep your food and still feed off the palace storehouse? Now, Ijapa, think carefully before you answer, because if you lie, I will banish you into the evil forest. All eyes turned to Ijapa. Yes, I didn't trust Aja or you. I thought it was a trap, so I hid my food while still coming to eat at the palace. Gasps echoed. The animals shook their heads in disappointment. Now, let this serve as a lesson to us all. If you don't understand the plan, ask. Ijapa, your greed and jealousy have destroyed everything you had. From this day on, you will carry your home on your back. Your shell will be a reminder of your selfishness so that all may learn from your mistake. And from that day till now, Ijapa lived in his shell. He carries his home on his back forever. And that is why Ijapa lives in its shell. The end. I hope you enjoy that story. There are so many lessons we can hear from this story. I've learned that sharing is caring, and also not to be greedy because wanting everything for yourself can leave you with nothing. I know there are so many lessons that you have learned. You can leave me a comment on the comment box, and I would love to read from you what you have learned. And until next time, from Tales by Aunty Femi.